Leon Edwards shoots down the idea of an Islam Makhachev fight by saying, Islam and I both got work to do within our division. He's just fought his first defense against an actual lightweight. I think he's got a few more lightweights to go through first before he thinks about moving up. Right off the bat, round of applause for Mr. Leon Edwards for being the only sensible, logical person in the room. Thankfully, Dana White has this opinion as well. Dana White wants the Arman Tsarukyan fight before Islam even thinks about moving up. But Islam Makhachev, ever since he won the title, this guy wanted to move up, bro. Like as soon as he won the title, he was like, all right, time to become a double champ. Slow your roll. Pump the brakes. You are not Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, yeah, you give him permission to do that. And I think, in my opinion, they were a little bit too liberal with giving other fighters permission to do that. But fair enough, it is what it is. We saw how that works. It's a bad experiment for the actual current division, right? If Islam moved up to 170, it would cause a traffic jam in contendership at 155. The division would become stagnant. Fighters would start resting on their spot. They wouldn't be fighting. Contenders would be killing each other off. When Islam could be the one killing them off. It could just be Islam knocking them down. But instead, they would be eliminating themselves. And then it's like Islam has nobody to fight. No, that's not true. It's just Islam was busy at 170. So now it looks like there's nobody to fight. But again, that's not true. So, and to his credit, Leon Edwards isn't being a hypocrite here. Leon Edwards isn't saying, oh, I want to go up to 185 and fight Drickus or anything like that. Leon Edwards is saying, I have work to do in my division. And before you guys want to come on here and say that Leon ducking him, he's just not, guys. Like, Leon Edwards just got done beating Kamaru Usman. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kamaru Usman, who's a really bad stylistic matchup, Leon Edwards just beat him. Leon Edwards just beat Colby Covington, who a lot of people thought was a stylistic matchup. Fair enough. Colby probably a bit washed, a little bit long on the tooth at this point. Fair enough. Inactivity got to Colby Covington. That's what happens when you don't fight and you sit on your ranking spot, etc., etc. Fair enough. But Leon's not afraid to fight a wrestler, guys. You know what I mean? Especially after that performance from Dustin Poirier. Because Dustin Poirier made Islam Makhachev look very human. Even though you could argue Dustin Poirier lost every one of those rounds, Dustin Poirier made those rounds much closer than they should have been on paper. A lot of you guys were saying Islam Makhachev was going to go in there and dominate Dustin Poirier and win in dramatic fashion and win in the first round, etc., etc. No. It took him 5 rounds, okay? It took him 5 rounds to finally break Dustin Poirier. And, credit to him. Credit to him. He dug down deep and he went out there and he got that finish. Credit to him. I give a salute to Islam Makhachev for that. But this idea that Islam is some Terminator, some he cannot be touched kind of guy, sort of like a Khabib Nurmagomedov, that's not true. He is not Khabib Nurmagomedov. He is Islam Makhachev. We saw that in the Adriano Martins fight. He is not that guy. He is a really talented fighter, a good champion, etc., etc. But he can be beat. Islam Makhachev can be beat, and Dustin Poirier showed that. Dustin Poirier showed that he bleeds. He bleeds just like us, you know what I'm saying? Biggie Smalls. Go look it up, guys. This guy, Leon is not afraid of him. Leon's looking at Shavkat Rakhmonov, okay? Leon's looking at Belal Muhammad. Leon's looking at, like I said, Kamaru Usman. You know, Leon's not afraid to fight guys that have his anti-style. The anti-version of his style, which is striking, so grappling, right? He's not scared of grapplers. So the idea that he's ducking Islam, of all people, is just ridiculous, and that just comes from a place of being a fanboy and things like that. So it is what it is there. But, yeah, man. Islam Makhachev has work to do at 155. I would like to see a Charles Oliveira rematch at some point, just because. Why not? Why not do rematches? Are rematches not, like, fun anymore? Do a rematch with Charles Oliveira. Do a fight with Arman Tsarukyan. Do that rematch, right? Because they fought once before. Do that. Do a fight with Gamrot. Do a rematch with Dustin Poirier, man. I know Dustin Poirier hurt his knee in the fight, especially in that last beautiful takedown that Makhachev won to score that choke. But you know, I wouldn't be mad at a rematch with Dustin Poirier and Islam. I wouldn't be mad at a fight between Justin Gaethje and Islam. I wouldn't be mad at a fight with Max Holloway and Islam, even though I would highly favor Islam in that fight, and in most of those fights. But the point is we have to see them happen. We have to see the champion defend and defend and defend and defend over time. That's what I miss. I grew up in the age of Anderson Silva and George St. Pierre and watching those guys defend their titles, defend their titles, defend their titles. The John Joneses of the world, the Demetrius Johnsons of the world. These guys knock down contender after contender after contender after contender. And, you know, it just is what it is, bro. That's the way the sport should work. That's the way it should be. It shouldn't be, okay, I win the title here. Let's go up here and have this division be at a standstill and disheveled. No. Keep the division moving. The champion owes it to the division, etc., etc. That's my take on it. So, round of applause, salute to Mr. Leon Edwards, all things like that. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, whether you agree, disagree. It really doesn't matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoy the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.